Have you ever wondered if all the inner work that you're doing is actually working, that it's actually changing your life, or if it's all imagined and in your head? Well, in today's video, I'm going to show you the subtle signs that a new, higher, more positive timeline has actually arrived in your life. And these are things that you may miss. You may think is just, oh, that's just part of my life, or it's just a little bit of a lucky break, but are actually signs and breadcrumbs from your living grid, from the universe, that you have actually shifted timelines into a more positive upswing. Most women that I work with think that there needs to be fireworks, that there needs to be trumpets coming from on high that indicate that they've shifted timelines, that things have changed, that they've all the work that they've actually done is paying off and in one gigantic way. But it's actually not like that. It's a really subtle, small differences that once you attune to them, once you look for them, you will really begin to notice and use these as encouraging markers to keep going, keep on your path. It's really important to know that if you miss these little signs, if you miss these small little signals, you can become discouraged. You can think this isn't working. And all the little seeds that you've planted that are just starting to germinate and grow, you're going to kick them and dig them up and stop them from actually coming to their full potential, their full growth, their full fruition, because you're discouraged. So I want you to take these little signals and signs, put them in your pocket, and use them as encouragement for your path. So some of the signs. One of them that I really, really love and I find it so interesting is that things that weren't working, and I'm talking even things like mechanically, cars, computers, cameras, things that weren't working, begin to work. They suddenly begin to shift and actually begin working in and of themselves. And this happens because you've actually changed timelines to a timeline where that thing wasn't broken. That thing never got broken. And I know it's kind of a mind flip, but it truly is a place where you you do not shift reality around you, you shift in reality, right? You actually change timelines and inhabit a different timeline to the one that you did before. And one of the signs is that things start working again because actually in that timeline, they never broke to begin with. Bit of a mindfuck, but it's it's a biggie. Another sign is that synchronicities increase. Things kind of fall in your lap. Things move in a way that feels smoother. You meet people that you just had thought of that day, or you start to see things that you had just, sort of thought about and they arrive into your reality. These synchronicities indicate there's a fluidity in the field that is coherent, that is congruent, and it is reflecting back to you what your inner state is. So that is a really, really powerful sign for you. Another sign that you have shifted timelines is that you look more attractive, you're more beautiful, or people say to you, you look radiant, or you look amazing, and you're looking great. That is always a sign that you've moved up into a different timeline because you're inhabiting a timeline where psychosomatically, so like mind and body wise, you've taken care of yourself, you are enjoying life, you're feeling great. And that you is someone that you're now inhabiting. And so your attractiveness continues to grow and grow as you shift timelines. Go and do this little experiment. Take a look in your phone or your camera at times when you were really swinging low, like ebbing. Take a look at it and start to see if you have shifted in appearance, shifted your look, and look at the times when you were feeling really great, coherent, congruent, life was in flow. You'll probably notice that your attractiveness, your radiance, your glow has shifted in that period of time. And the last sign that I'm going to give you today is that creativity is maximized. Your creativity goes through the roof when your timeline goes up. And if those ideas are flowing and you cannot stop them from flowing, then you have shifted into a higher timeline, which is so encouraging, which is so exciting. Keep up that work, keep it up, and you will continue to have that flow amplify over and over again. Your creativity maximizes. What people usually do when they don't see enough external proof, like the actual thing that they want landing in this reality, is that they double down on effort. They multiply their hustle. They have more tactics, more strategies. But the real issue is that the outside doesn't change until the inside does the heavy lifting. So the timeline shift begins within your body, within your energy field first. And then you see your reality shift because you move into a different timeline within our multidimensional reality. But if you keep treating it all like a to do list, you're not going to amplify the energetic signal that you need to move through and into a higher timeline in your reality. I teach this and so much more in my Lightgasmic program. I teach you how to notice the shifts, how to notice the changes, but most importantly, how to actually enact them, how to create this shift in your reality so that your positive timelines are just increasing and increasing, and you're constantly moving into a higher state of your living grid daily, weekly, monthly, and yearly. That by the end of our time together, which is 9 weeks, your whole reality is going to be completely different. You will notice it, you will see it, and you will experience a life beyond your wildest dreams. I'm enrolling now for my Lightgasmic program, so grab your spot in the description below. I would love to have you in. Sending love.